What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Tawana Nicole.
Yeah, we build it up, just to let it wash away. Tell me, did I lace you up, just to watch you run away?
Hey guys, so I'm back with another video. I just dropped my trolling on monkey as a guy video, and the only reason why I'm here now is because that video was way too short for comfort. Okay, I was not messing with that at all. So I'm here with another video, but now I'm gonna do a story time on how I got lost 3 hours away from home. Okay, so I have like some pinpoints and stuff, some notes on this page so I don't miss anything. So yeah, before we get into this video, continue to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm really loving the support, y'all. Like, really, like, I love it. So I appreciate y'all. But if you're new or if you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get to the story time. Okay, so we're gonna go back to April 28th. That's about 2 months ago, I think. Sorry, y'all. I be having slow moments. But yeah, April 28th is when this all happened. So, April 28th. That morning, I was getting ready to go to PCA class. I was in a program for personal care assistant, and I had to be there at, I believe, 8:30, 8:45. It was one of those. We ended up getting out of class around like 3:30, 4-ish, whatever. But mind y'all, I went to class with a dead phone. It wasn't dead. It was just like on the verge of dying because I didn't charge it that prior night. Y'all, okay, so it wasn't funny then because it was real traumatic. Like, it was real traumatic. But I get a laugh out of it now. Okay, it's my humor. It wasn't funny then, but it's funny now. Okay, mind y'all, I knew I wasn't gonna like have a way home or whatever. So that's that. So I went to class with a halfway dead phone and not having a way home. So at the time as well, my phone was off. Don't do too much, baby. Don't do too much. But yeah, my phone was off at the time. So dead phone and an off phone. Crazy work, right? Crazy work. Crazy. So class ends and my school, well, my class, my program, they didn't have Wi-Fi. Well, they did have Wi-Fi, but every time I would ask to like connect to it, they would say they don't know the password or whatever. Like, anyways, cool, whatever. So we get out of class and I walked to Planet Fitness that was nearby, and I was trying to connect to their Wi-Fi, but it wasn't connecting for some reason. Like, I don't know. So I continued walking to like try to find Wi-Fi outside and stuff like that, and y'all, my phone ended up dying. So at this point, I'm like, fuck. I couldn't like text nobody. I couldn't do nothing. Like, phone just dead. Like, no. It just all was crazy. Like, it's okay, so now that my phone is dead, I tend to like walk back to like my class, the building or whatever, so I could, cause I knew like where, like how I got there, like from my house to to the school. So I started walking, right? And I kind of got like lost a little bit, like, oh my gosh, which way did we turn? Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I had a ride there. I just didn't have a way back home. Let me just put that out there. Also, everybody was at work that I was staying with. Everybody was at work, so couldn't nobody come and get me anyway. Cool. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out my way home or whatever, because like the ride didn't seem that long, so I figured that, you know, the walk wasn't going to be that long, whatever. Mind y'all, if you're from Virginia, then you know, like, the car ride from Hampton, Virginia to Newport News, Virginia. That's where I lived, in Hampton. My school was in Newport News. Cool. Okay, so at this point I'm just walking, like I'm just trying to like see everything that's like that looks familiar, you know. So I'm just walking and walking and walking and walking. Next thing you know, I end up in Yorktown. If you know, you know. Newport News to Yorktown. How did you get there? You went the wrong way. I know. I didn't find that out until so I ended up like, okay, so the walk from Newport News to Yorktown was like a 3-hour walk. That was like, it took me 3 hours just to get there. How I know is that when I got to like where I ended up stopping at, I checked the time. Yeah. So I get to Yorktown and I'm walking around there because I know that Hampton is like close by to Yorktown. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'm getting closer. I don't know. Because I started seeing like exit signs that said Hampton and stuff like that. And y'all, it's not funny. Don't laugh. It's like, nah, you can laugh. It's okay. It's okay now. But at the time, if you would have laughed, I would. It's like, nah, I'm just kidding. But anywho, I'm walking through Yorktown, seeing all like the Hampton signs and stuff. I ended up seeing like a hotel that me and my oldest brother used to stay at before we ended up getting our place or whatever. And like the front desk lady, we was cool with her, so I stopped there. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna just see if she got a charger or something like that, so I could charge my phone. Mind you, there was a Walmart right across from there, so like once I charge my phone, I can go over there and connect to the Wi-Fi, and you know, yeah. So I stopped there and I'm like, well, first I asked her if I could use her phone to call somebody. Well, if I could use the hotel phone to call somebody, not her phone, y'all, the hotel phone. I asked her if I could use the phone to call somebody, and she let me. And I call, they're saying that they're at work. Cool. They're like, how this happened? How you get there? Why you didn't just wait? And you know, things like that. And because like, I didn't know I was gonna have a way home. If that was the case, I would have stayed where I was at, y'all. Because they were saying that they would have came and got me, but I don't know. Anyways, I tell the front desk lady that I was trying to get home from Newport News to Hampton, and she's telling me that I was going the wrong way. And I'm just like, Lordy. And I let her know that my phone had died, and I asked if she had a charger. She ended up getting me a charger, and I sat there for a couple hours charging my phone. Mind y'all, I didn't eat anything at all. I didn't eat anything, so I was like really hungry. And yeah. So my phone ended up charging. Okay, so we're just gonna do the time frame right fast. So class ended at 4, right? I got to Yorktown around like 7, 8ish, whatever. Was it 8ish? It probably was 9, honestly. It probably was 9. I believe it was 9. So we're gonna say 9. I got there at 9. I took my phone off the charger around like 11:30. And my phone, I only let my phone, like my phone was charging so slow. I don't know why, that slow ass charger she gave me. But yeah, my phone ended up making it to like 30 something. Mind y'all, my phone, like, it died really fast. If I was just on it, it dies so fast. I don't know why. Maybe it's something wrong with my battery. I don't know. Anywho, it gets to like 30%, whatever. I take out the charge because I did not want to be at that hotel all night, and plus they was about to like go home and stuff, so I was just gonna be sitting there, and they won't gonna allow me to sit in there because why would they do that? Anywho, so I ended up like going across the street to Walmart and connecting to the Wi-Fi. I barely had any notifications for real, except for like people telling me that they were at work, people asking me where I was. My best friend texted me telling me that she's worried and stuff like that. Yeah, so I'm like letting everybody know that I'm okay. I ended up like telling like how I got to where I was, and like, yeah, and how I felt and things like that. And yeah, so my friend, she tells me like I could just walk to her, that she was at work, and that I could just like walk to her job or whatever and sit in her car until, you know, until she gets off, and like she'll take me home or whatnot. And I was like, okay, cool. So mind you, she works in Newport News as well as where my class was. So I ended up having to walk back to Newport News. That 3-hour walk. I walked 3 hours to Yorktown just to have to walk 3 hours back to Newport News. You see, like, and I didn't get to Newport News until like like 2-ish, 3-ish. I don't know. I was outside for like a very long time. I would say that I was outside for like more than 10 hours just walking around, y'all. More than 10 hours just walking around. Lost, stranded, like a lost motherfucking puppy. Anywho, so I ended up like pulling up the GPS to her job or whatever, and I'm walking and things like that, and like as I'm walking, like it's dark and I'm scared, and like my anxiety is just through the roof, and like I'm just scared and nervous because like being outside as a young girl at night it's scary, you know. So I'm walking and like I'm saying out loud like, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I was saying that again and again and again, over and over and over, because yeah, God, he was with me. Like I was not going for nothing, no kidnapping, no none of that. Who you about to kidnap? Who? Anyways, yeah, I'm walking to her job, and like, okay, so I get to Newport News. Yeah, I'm trying to make it a long story short because I really don't want this video to be long, for real. I get to Newport News, and like my phone is like so close to dying, but I'm also so close to like getting to her job. But like where she was saying her car was located, I just could not find it. So like where her job was, I knew where I was at. So I ended up like walking to my sister-in-law house instead of like trying to like stay outside any longer than I already was trying to find her car. I went to my sister-in-law house. Mind y'all, like my body is in pain, like shoulders, head, from head to toe. Like my toes felt like they was gonna fall off. My whole foot even. Like I was just over it. Like I was crying. Like I could not stop crying. Like I kept having to like squat down and stuff. That's how bad like everything was hurting. Like I felt like if I was to stop walking, I would have just fell face flat on the motherfucking floor, on the ground. like seriously, like I would have fell the fuck out, literally. If I would have stopped walking like that, like my body started to feel so numb. I was just like so over it, y'all. But yeah, I ended up walking to my sister-in-law house. But like as I'm walking, I'm also like stopping at like bus stops and just sitting there, just resting my legs, and my legs was just tingling and shaking, y'all. Future me, guys, I just want to put out there that there was a car that ended up stopping to see if I was okay, and it was a man, but my senses was like no. Like even though he was like he don't play that girls walking like alone and stuff like that at night by themselves and stuff like that, I just didn't trust it at all. Like as bad as I wanted to say yeah, because like my body was in so much pain, I wasn't going for it. I just wanted to put that out there. Cause who? Not me. You ain't gonna get me. I don't care. Say what you want. No. Anyways, back to the video. It was hurting so bad. Like being outside for that long, just walking around, like barely stopping, and mind y'all, I haven't ate anything, so I was like going through it. Anywho, so I ended up going to my sister-in-law's house. I'm knocking on her door, like I hear the TV, so I know somebody's in there. Mind y'all, I wasn't able to like text her in advance to let her know that I'm coming. So yeah, that's that. But I'm knocking on the door and I'm ringing the doorbell. No answer. I ended up going through the window, y'all. I honestly regret that, because like she was really mad at me, which is understandable, because it's like, why would you do that knowing, you know, and plus you didn't let me know, so that's understandable. So yeah, I ended up going through the window, and like I ended up like, because I didn't have a charger, so I know like in her house there's iPhone chargers everywhere. So I was looking for a charger. I ended up putting my phone on the charger, and I text my brother, and I'm telling him like, hey, I'm at such and such house. Yeah. And like, he was also mad as well, because like, why would you go through her window? You know? But cool. They had a right to be mad. Like, I would be mad too, because what? Especially like at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, somebody could have thought like I was robbing the house or breaking in and stuff like that. Like, no. So I understand they had a right to be upset, so that's cool. But like at the time, like my body was hurting so bad, and I just couldn't be outside no longer. So that was the only place I knew that, like, you know, yeah. So as soon as I got on that couch, y'all, I was so exhausted. My body, like, it was like so, like, it was shaking, and like I was just shivering, and I don't even think it was cold. Like, my body was just like, I don't know, I just felt so weird and so crazy. But I ended up going to sleep, and my friend, she calls me. She tells me that she's gonna come pick me up. She's gonna go take me home, because like they got, my brother and my friend, they work at the same job, and they get off at the same time, like 5 o'clock in the morning. So I slept until then, until she called and was like, I'm gonna take you home or whatever. Yeah, so I slept. She came and got me, and she took me home, and yeah, that's basically the story of how I got stranded and lost. Crazy, right? Crazy. I know. But like, that day was so traumatic. It was literally so traumatic, and I would not wish that on anybody. So like, if y'all go places and you know your phone is off or it's gonna die, just please make sure your phone is charged. Please make sure you're gonna be able to connect to some type of Wi-Fi. If your phone is off, make sure you let people know that you're alright or whatever. Like, I don't know. But yeah, so that's my story time, guys. If you want more story times, because I do have a lot. I have a lot of story times. Spill the tea. Spill the tea, baby. Yeah. If you like this story time, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you keep tuning in to my recent videos. Yeah. Until next time.
I mean, he was Adam, I think I was Eve, but my vision ends with an apple on a tree. I on my chest 'cause I'm ready to